Hello there, grade 5. For today, we are going to talk about puberty. What are the changes that occur during puberty? Puberty is the time when the male and female reproductive organs begin to fully develop. Puberty comes from the Latin word puberta or puberta, meaning age of maturity. The time where both male and female become capable of production. Okay. Girls begin their puberty between 10 to 14 years old, okay, earlier. Compared to the boys, they begin their puberty between 12 to 16 years old. Okay, boys begin their puberty between 12 to 16 years old, medyo late. That's why, if you notice, if you are a girl, and most of those who are the same age as you right now, there are times that you are taller than them. There are chances that you are taller than them compared to those boys the same age as you. Okay? It's okay. I mean, for the boys naman, it's okay. Uh, don't think that you will remain on that height. As it mentioned here nga, that the puberty time, medyo late tayo nag-start ang mga boys, which is normal. Okay? Physical, social, and emotional changes. Okay. Boys usually grow slower compared to girls due to the longer stage of the boys' puberty. Okay? So that's one reason. During these times, boys will develop low-pitched voice. Low-pitched voice, ano ba ibig sabihin yan? Kasi while you are still kids, no, if you'll have your voices or videos of you being recorded, uh, you will hear your voices, especially from 5 to 10 years from now, and you'll be able to hear your voices. For now, you will sound like, hello, hello, teacher Mark, blah, 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 blah. But in the future, will sound like, hey, teacher Mark, how are you? So, may mga students na ako na those who visits me, no, those who visit me after like 2-3 years sila graduate. So there's a change talaga physically to their voice as well. Okay. So boys will develop low pitched voice, broad shoulders, bigger larynx cartilage or Adam's apple, magkakaroon ng Adam's apple. Okay. Hair begins to grow in their armpits, face, chest, and genitals as well. So yung sa hair begins to grow in the armpits. So, ganyan, okay. I don't know if this is edited. It doesn't look legit, pero okay, I'll give it to that person. And also, hindi lang kasi boys, no, pati girls even also grow armpit hair. It's just that Filipinos, we have the culture of girls tend to like shave it off. Parang part of the culture na yan, part of hygiene as well. Okay, while another places they just leave it there. Like in Singapore, I think. In other areas, they don't mind. While dito sa atin, it's part of the culture that girls tend to shave off their armpit hair. Okay. Testicles will also start producing sperm cells. Okay, so this is for the boys. Physical, social, and emotional changes. A girl's body begins to develop and take the form of a woman. Girls will grow taller, breasts grow fuller, and hips become wider. Okay? So nakita mo naman ang stages here from a little kid to a fully grown adult. At this age, pubic hair appears and menstruation starts. The first menstruation is called the menarche. Okay? Menarche. It is the time where the ovaries produce egg cells. Okay, claro. Again, take note of that. The first menstruation is called the menarche. As boys and girls mature, they become curious of the sexual growth. Okay, nagiging curious yan. Talagang part yan. They become conscious about how they dress up and conduct themselves in public. Nahihiya na, always looking at the mirror, what to do, may mga makeup na. Although not all, okay, I'm not saying na hindi lahat. Some just stay simple, some try to fit in. So it really depends, okay? Especially mga girls. Kasi kailangan talaga mag-makeup, kailangan mag-powder, and such. Which is normal lang naman. Okay? It's just that some tend to behave not according to their age. That's a problem there. Yung mga 12 years old, 13, 14, acting like as if they are 20 years old already. Parang ganun. Okay, ganyan. They probably are like around what, 12, 14? For Filipinos, siguro roughly around 17 na yan sila if you're gonna look at them. Pero sa ibang country, parang nasa 14 pa lang ata yan sila. Where nag-makeup na. Hindi, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just that in the Filipino culture, we are not used to that. Okay? Ito, shaving, nagiging conscious na, baka nagpapagwapo na. Okay? It's okay. This is also normal. It's just that what's wrong in this picture is that he doesn't have any facial hair. I don't know what he's doing there. Wala naman siyang facial hair, but siya nagsishave? But you might tell me, Teacher Mark, it's already shaved. No, obviously wala. Hindi talaga. There's none. They begin to have emotions for their peers. Anong ibig sabihin ng emotions for their peers? You are getting attracted to that person. You're liking that person. What do you mean by peers? Referring to the same age group as you. Not literally the same age as you. Parang age bracket. Let's say +2, -2. Parang ganyan. If, like, for example, you're 12 years old, 14 years old, you like someone the same age, a year or two older than you, or a year or two younger than you. Okay, that's what you mean by beginning to have emotions. Okay, which is normal lang naman. Nagka-crush. Sus, normal lang yan. They develop the sense of responsibility, which I really doubt, especially Filipinos. I don't think so. Especially mga mayayaman and spoiled, I don't see any sense of responsibility in them. Okay? Siguro yung mga ano pa to, yung nahihirapan sa buhay, they are taught to do more hard work. Okay? Responsibilities at home, cleaning and such. Basta marami pa. Okay? They begin to do things on their own. Totoo naman. Of course, as you grow older, you have to really start doing things on your own. Okay? The menstrual cycle. Okay. This is the time where girls begin to experience menstrual cycle at puberty, and the cycle continues until menopause. Menopause is the stage where a woman stops menstruating. Okay. Yung menopause na yan, medyo matagal-tagal pa yan. Somewhere around 40 plus, nearing 50, halfway 40 to 50, parang ganyan. Possibly until 50, oh. Menopause is the stage, yun na yun, mag-stop na yung menstruation ninyo. Okay. It takes about 28 days on average to complete one menstrual cycle. Okay, 28 days ang normal. Not actually normal, pero average. Okay. In some cases, it takes 22 to 36 days. So, depende. Meron early, paminsan naman na di-delay. Okay. So, while we're talking about this, no, there are actually girls who, in this case, we can consider them as regular in terms of menstrual cycle. While others kasi, there are those who are irregular. Okay, what do you mean by irregular? Ibig sabihin, they don't have their monthly menstrual cycle. Since we are talking about 28 days, so it's roughly about a month, diba? 22 to 36 at an average of 28, that's roughly about a month. So, 1 month kasi, usually every month nag-experience ng menstrual cycle ang girls. So, that's a regular menstrual cycle. While for those who are irregular, they don't experience menstruation for months. Okay? So, meron nga years tapos saka pa nagkakaroon ng menstruation. Okay? So, not all. Pero rare lang din yung irregular menstruation. Menstrual cycle, we have the menstrual phase, the follicular phase, the ovulation phase, and the luteal phase. Okay, so 4 ang ating phases under the menstrual cycle. Under the menstrual phase, the elimination of the thickened endometrial lining from the body as blood. Kasi during this time, meron kasi yung blood at this point. This is, what do you mean by endometrial lining? Anong ibig sabihin ng endometrial lining, yung sa womb area. Okay? Thickened endometrial lining, okay? So nagkakaroon niya ng dugo dyan, which is yun na nga nag-exit na sa going outside the body of a woman. Okay. The bloody discharge is called menstruation or menstrual flow. Okay, please take note of that. Those are normal terms that you should be familiar of. Menstruation may last from 3 to 7 days. It depends. Some also experience like a day lang, once lang, then that's it. Normally 3 days, 5 days. Okay? So yun na nga like what is said there. Roughly around 3 to 7 days. Okay, so depende. The follicular phase after the menstrual phase, tapos ng menstruation. Okay, I'm not supposed to make use of the shortcut. Okay. The follicle stimulation hormones is produced by a pituitary gland. Ano ba yung pituitary gland natin? This certain area sa brain natin that is responsible for this mga releasing of hormones and such. Okay. And the follicle stimulation hormones, okay, produced by the pituitary gland. The hormone causes the ovaries and ovarian follicle to enlarge. Okay, nag-enlarge. The pituitary gland causes the ovaries to produce estrogen. Ano nga bang estrogen? Anong ibig sabihin ng estrogen? It is responsible for growth of secondary sex characteristics in female, such as hair growth, and body development. Okay, yan na nga, mga widening of hips ninyo and such. Okay. Under the same phase, during this phase, the pituitary gland also releases another type of hormone called the luteinizing hormone, which is responsible for the releasing of the egg cell or ovum. Okay, releasing of egg cell dyan sa ovary. Okay, we are still here, the follicular phase. The releasing of the ovum is called ovulation. Okay, again, the releasing of the ovum is called ovulation. Under the same phase, in this phase, the mature ovum then enters the fallopian tube. Papasok na sa fallopian tube. Meanwhile, the endometrium, ano nga bang endometrium, referring to the lining of the uterus or the womb, becomes thicker in the preparation of the arrival of the fertilized egg. So during this time, nagtithicken siya, expecting the arrival of a fertilized egg. Okay? Kasi that's part of the process of pregnancy kasi. Okay? If the egg is not fertilized, the egg dies within 12 to 14 hours. Okay. So after releasing, the egg will most likely die after 12 to 14 hours. So that's why some ano ba to? Mga partners are having difficulty in bearing a baby because it takes timing for the sperm cells and the egg cells to meet. Kailangan talaga may certain time for that. Okay. Then after the follicular phase, we now have the ovulation phase. Ovulation occurs in the middle of the menstrual cycle. During this phase, a mature egg cell is released to the surface of the ovary. Okay? This occurs about 2 weeks before menstruation. Okay, mature egg na yan. Mature egg yung galing sa ovary na. And of course, during the luteal phase, sa last part na, the phase before menstruation, the uterus becomes thicker in preparation of possible pregnancy if the egg cell is fertilized. If the egg cell is fertilized. If not, syempre, walang pregnancy mangyayari. Instead, menstruation ang mangyayari. Okay? If pregnancy occurs, the fertilized egg will be implanted in the lining of the uterus. Yan na yan dyan. Mag-i-implant na yan dyan. Okay, mag-i-implant. Kasi dyan kasi nag-grow yung baby eh. Okay, sorry about that. Diyan kasi nag-grow yung baby for a couple of, months. Diyan magstay. Diyan, it will be implanted there sa lining and will grow further. Okay, the luteal phase. If the egg cell is not fertilized, then of course pregnancy will not occur. Dalawa lang kasi yan eh. If the egg if the egg cell is not fertilized, of course, definitely pregnancy will not occur. But if the egg cell is fertilized, meaning ano ba ibig sabihin ng when the egg cell is fertilized? Ibig sabihin nag-meet yung sperm cell and yung egg cell. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin nun. It gets fertilized and the chances of getting pregnant. Depende na kasi yun sa if it will be successfully implanted sa lining nga ng womb. Okay? The uterus lining. So this is when menstruation occurs and the cycle repeats. This is the time if it is not fertilized, pregnancy. Since pregnancy will not occur, so menstruation will occur. Okay? And the cycle basically repeats from going back to menstrual phase again. Okay, so we have the 4 phases. Menstrual phase. Ito yung part na nagbe-bleed. Okay? Bleeding of, yun na nga yung blood exiting the body of the female. Going to the follicular phase where the egg will be released by the ovary. And then sa ovulation naman, releasing of a mature egg na, traveling all the way to the fallopian tube to meet with a sperm cell. If not, it continuously travel to the uterus, sa womb. Dito na nga. Passing through the luteal phase. Dito malalaman either if a sperm cell meets the egg cell successfully, so most likely pregnancy will occur. If not, then menstruation will occur. Going through the process from luteal to menstrual phase. Okay, so that's basically it for today. If you have any questions, clarifications, just message me. Thank you.